If I don't, then it's not going to be right. Okay, I think this is going to do it right here. I think so. But anyway, as I get this camera here adjusted, there we go. There we go. Right there, right there. Greetings, everyone. Greetings to you. I hope that you're having a great day. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. And today, this particular episode is going to be dedicated to the Eastern Star. It's going to be dedicated to my sisters, because let's face it, without the Order of the Eastern Star, a lot of these Grand Lodges, period, would not really exist. I'm going to just put it out there like this. A lot of the Grand Lodges would not exist if it wasn't for the Sisters of the Order of the Eastern Star. Now, granted, I know that some other sisters, I do know that they can give you a headache. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to even go down that road. Not today. But I do understand, brothers of the craft. I do understand that those worthy matrons, those sisters can really, man, they can. Woof. But I'm going to leave that alone. But I'm going to talk about the value of the sisters, the values of the Order of the Eastern Star to the Mason, what they really bring to the to the craft, what they bring as far as the sisterhood is concerned. We all know that those 5 points of the Order of the Eastern Star really means a lot. We do understand that. And if you want to get into the symbolic issues and parts of that, we can talk about the chakras with the colors. We can go through all of that. But let's look at the value of that sister, of the Eastern Star. We're going to look at what they bring to the organization as a whole, not just the grand chapter, not just the chapters, but the totality of the Freemasons themselves, which they are supposed to be akin to. The Order of the Eastern Star is supposed to be akin to Freemasonry based upon the founder himself and how he structured the Eastern Star. Now, let's not forget now, he took that structure from France. I know some of you are like, no, he didn't. Yeah, when you look at, he went over to France and he saw Masons, he saw female Masons. Yes, he did. They've been around for a long time. But what he wanted to do, because that wasn't necessarily going to flow here in the United States, so he in turn developed the Order of the Eastern Star. Now, I know people say, well, the reason he did that is because the sisters wondered where the brothers was going when they got dressed and went to their meetings and they wanted. I've heard that story and I'm okay with that. I won't debate that either way. I've heard the story in regards to a young lady who followed her husbands to the meeting and she wanted to know and they found that she had somehow got trapped into the lodge, and instead of killing her, they made her a Mason. So I've heard that story too, and I'm not here to debate that. My thing today is to talk to you in regards to the value of an Eastern Star. That's sisterhood. Those sisters who really stand beside that Grand Lodge and see them flourish. Yeah, those sisters who go out and do really the hard work for the brotherhood. I'm talking about those sisters when you want something done, you got those 5, 6, 7. You got those sisters who's going to see that it's done. I'm talking about those sisters when you need something to actually take place. Yeah, we got some brothers who can do the work, but those sisters, man, look, there are some sisters that you can call upon and say, look, I need this done. I got grand session, I got whatever, I got a banquet, I got whatever is about to pop off, but I need for you to do these things. I need you to be at the door to make sure that people are getting their tickets and their tables. I need for you to make sure that the food is being served correctly. I need for you to make sure that people are seated properly and where they're supposed to go. I mean, come on now, brothers, you can say whatever you want to say, but there are some sisters out there, once you plug them in, and they're going to assist and aid you along the way, you know that event is going to be one of the best events that you can have. That's just what it is. I'm talking about the value of the sister. I'm not talking about all the other stuff that comes with it. I'm talking purely of when you have an Eastern Star or a chapter that supports that lodge or the Grand Lodge and that Grand Chapter who really works together. Now, let's face it, there are some chapters out there, hands off. But I'm talking about those chapters that work with that Grand Lodge to see that the whole state is successful. When you have a working relationship like that, then you are able to build. Not only can you build from the Eastern Star point of view, you build from the Masonic point of view. But what has happened and what continues to happen, there's a fluctuate of things that come into play. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to stick to the value of the Eastern Star, because I know as a past Grand Master, I had a team of sisters. And once the contract was signed for the hotel, and I told the sisters, hey, we're going to have our committee meeting. I had a couple of brothers. When I say a couple, I had a couple of brothers, but I had a group of sisters. And I said, this is what we need to do. And man, let me tell you, it was done. It was done. And then I had sisters on the other hand who would come and say, why are you always choosing those sisters? Because I know that when the committee comes together, I know that when things need to happen, I know that these sisters are going to get it done. So that's why those sisters, I'm going to them saying, look, I need your assistance. I need your help. I'm not saying that the brothers couldn't, but the sisters just adds a little bit more value to it. They add a little bit more taste to it, and they make sure the tables are set right. They make sure that the numbers on the table, they make sure that the reservations, and they do those little tangible things that the brothers may miss. So the value of a sister to the chapter, to the lodge, man, you can't dismiss it. You can't dismiss it. However, we know there are plenty of lodges. They'll tell you, man, I don't want to deal with no sisters. I don't want to deal with them. There are grand chapters. There are grand lodges. We don't even need a grand chapter. I would tell you this: if your grand chapter really work with you, man, there's nothing that you cannot accomplish. And I can say that only because the grand chapter that works with the Grand Lodge that I'm part of, they have stuck with us through thick and thin, through all of the craziness with the General Grand Masonic Congress, with everything that has come around and have gone through. That grand chapter has stood beside us. And I'm just here to say thank you. To my sisters in Texas, I'm just here to say thank you. And I say Texas particularly because there are sisters in Texas that I know of that really, those Eastern Stars, they go all out. They go all out. I was talking with a worthy matron. I'm not gonna call her name right now, and they saw that a young lady was in need, and they were in the store, and finding out that this young lady was in need, they took this young lady, and they got her the supplies, the food, whatever they got it right then on the spot, and that's what the sisterhood is really all about. It is not about the drama that some of us may hear and go through or whatever. I'm talking about the real sisterhood of the Order of the Eastern Star. Those who walk through you, who walks with you through the labyrinth of life. I'm talking about those sisters. That's what I'm talking about. Those sisters who are going to come up, stand up, and they're going to be front center when things are happening. See, I know sisters like that. I know some sisters like that. I'm not going to, real sisters. You know, hey, what you need? You need somebody to be picked up from the airport? Oh, I got it. I'm talking about those sisters. What you need? That room over there is meant. I got it. Those sisters. What's it going to cost us to put the decoration up? Send cash at me. I'm talking about those sisters who are going to make sure that the job is done. I'm talking about the mothers, the sisters, the daughters, the widows. I'm talking about, and the friends. I'm talking about those 5 attributes of a true sister of the Order of the Eastern Star. I'm not talking about the one that wants to just bring you trouble every time they get. They ain't got this, they ain't got that. They don't want to pay their chapter due. I'm not talking about that sister. That sister, yeah, I'm talking about that other sister. I'm talking about that other sister. You know the one. Come on, the one that you could pick up the phone and say, hey, sister, you know what? I know tomorrow's you guys meeting, but I need X, Y, and Z. I know that sister. The one who really shows you what it is to be an Eastern Star. The one that worthy matron, when she hits that gavel, she knows her work. I'm talking about that sister. I'm not talking about a sister who's asking, I don't know what to do. You don't know what to do because you hadn't opened your ritual. And nobody's teaching me. Now, nobody's teaching you nothing because you don't come to your chapter meetings. We don't do nothing. We don't do nothing because you don't participate. I'm talking about those sisters who's really getting into the workings of the Order of the Eastern Star. Those sisters, they're a different breed. Oh man, they different. They walk different. They talk different. And you don't want to run up on those sisters, not that sister who have the M's on the back of her vehicle, and you gonna walk up to her and say, do you know anything about that? And she gonna look at you like you done lost your mind, because that sister, oh, she ready for that. She can't wait for you to come and have that conversation. I'm talking about that sister. I'm talking about the sisters who don't mind explaining and getting to the works of the Order of the Eastern Star. I'm talking about that sister, that worthy matron, that associate matron, that conductress, that associate conductor. I'm talking about those 5 points, those sisters who sit on those 5 points. I'm talking about those individuals who really are dedicated to the Order of the Eastern Star and seeing that star really glitz. I mean, the glitz, the brightness of the star. I'm talking about that sister. I'm talking about that sister who always want to complain about what you're not doing, and you can be doing this and we can be doing that, but they're not putting together any program. They're not out helping the sisters serve to the homeless. I'm not talking about those, because they're going to always be them type of sisters who like to talk, but they don't really put anything behind it. I'm talking about the sisters who don't mind paying their dues, and they'll pay for another sister because they know that that sister's having some problems right now. I'm talking about those type of sisters. Hey, you need a ride to the chapter meeting? I do. I'm on my way to get you. I'm talking about that sister. This episode is dedicated to the value of the sisterhood, the Order of the Eastern Star, and what they bring in helping the lodges and the Grand Lodges to really sustain and be the best Grand Lodge and chapter day and lodge they can be. Absolutely. I've had and have sisters of the Order of the Eastern Star that I can call and say, hey, look, I need X, Y, and Z, and it's going to happen. It's just when? When do you want it to happen? How soon do you need it? I'm going to get right on it. That sister who's willing to make that sacrifice to see that the chapter, the lodge, and everything within the jurisdiction really flourish. I'm talking about that sister. Yeah, we can go on and on, but the value of a sister who really goes all out, man, I mean, I'm brothers, you need to start valuing that chapter. I'm just telling you. I'm just giving it to you that way. You need to start looking at that chapter. Yeah. Thank you. We appreciate you. I had a brother, Shay, he drives trucks, right? He said, Brother Hawkins, I'm going to send you a token, and you can give this to any sister you want to. You know, I just want to let the sisters know that I appreciate them. So this brother, he sent a token. I just got to distribute the token and tell the sisters, hey, this ain't from me. This is from another brother. And he's wanting to let you know how much he appreciates you and the work that you do to help the state flourish. Because a lot of chapters and grand chapters really get behind their Grand Lodge and their lodge and really push those brothers to be the best that they can be. They do that. I'm talking about those sisters when grand session get ready to happen, you got them placed where they need to be, and you've asked them to do some of the work. I'm talking about those sisters, man. They're going to make sure that the books are tight. They're going to make sure everybody gets where they need to be. Those types of sisters. Yeah. If you ain't got those type of sisters, I don't know what to say for you. But I have those type of sisters. I do. I can agree to disagree. with my sitting grand matron. I'm a past grand master, and I go to her meeting, and we bump heads sometimes. I can agree to disagree with the worthy matron of the chapter, but I'm going to respect her office. You know why? Because she's dedicated to it. She's dedicated to it, and they'll tell you in a minute. Don't set any paperwork besides Brother Hawkins. Don't put none of your paperwork. He gonna take it. Now, occasionally that is true, but I don't do it all the time. I don't do it. I don't take the sister's paperwork all the time. It's just occasionally that they may have some that I don't have, and I like to get it. You know, I'm just saying. You said it there. I mean, I'm just saying. I get it, and you get it back. But after I made a copy, I'm just saying. You know, the sisters that y'all know who you are. I'm just saying. If you sit in a chapter meeting with me and you have sat beside me, you know, occasionally I would, you know, get that paper and, you know, I'll make a copy and give it back to you later, although you may not notice that you're missing it right there. I'm just saying, I don't want nobody saying, have you ever sit in a chapter meeting with them? In my paperwork, am I missing? I'm just saying, but back to the topic at hand. You know, what's going on? More Lester. Hey, do you enjoy going looking for new partners? What? I don't, bro. I have no idea who you are and what you're talking about. Oh my goodness. Oh man, if my guy was here today, that message would have never came up. For real though. You gotta go with that. What degree are you, brother? You know what? I don't really get caught up in the degrees. I believe that when a brother's part of the craft, he should be able to be the example of what it is to be a Mason. Because he can have all the degrees that in the world, he can have them all. But if he doesn't show the example, if he doesn't do what is called upon him to do as far as being a part of the brotherhood, then the degrees really don't matter. They don't matter. Whether you have your primitive rights or whatever, it doesn't matter. But in dealing with the sisters, because that's who I'm talking about tonight. You see this shirt? I want to send a big shout out to women of distinction. You know, there you go. Women of distinction, you know. I want to send them a big shout out of Houston, Texas. That's right. I want to thank them for this lovely shirt here. And as you can see, I have the compass, the square, the G, and I got the star. Because the reason that is like that is because within the star, you have the compass and square plainly in it. What happens is a lot of times brothers don't really understand how this really connects, how this really comes together. And they get so bogged down, so been out of shape, so other stuff, they don't understand this because they get upset at the sisters because the sisters don't want to do what they say do. But if the sisters have a better idea on how to make something work, I'm willing to listen to it. I'm not that guy. I'm not that one. What's up, George B? What's going on with you? I'm not that one. See, I can talk about when I go visit my brother in Phoenix and his wife is an Eastern Star. I can go talk about that brother and how I'm treated when I'm at his home. Man, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then he's cooking and he's barbecuing in the evening time. And those types of things is what brings the organization closer together. Those types of small things. When a brother opens his home to you and he's not worried about you trying to hit on his wife. Those types of things are really the greatness of the brotherhood, the greatness of the sisterhood. When you can actually say, hey, you call a brother up and the sister is crying to you, telling you what's going on. Hey, my husband is this or my husband is that. Brother, I need that type of thing. And I can say personally that in this jurisdiction, I feel that the sisters and the brothers really have a good working relationship. I'm not saying it's perfect. I said it's a good working relationship because what adults don't bump heads? Who don't bump heads? But in the process of bumping heads, and you can get the job done and see how it has helped benefited your jurisdiction, What more can you ask? What more can you ask? So that's what I enjoy. That's what I look forward to every first Friday, every first Saturday chapter meeting. Every third Saturday, I'm at a chapter meeting because I'm an associate patron and a patron. So I get to listen and I get to see the development of two chapters as they do their works. Absolutely, it's a beautiful thing. The Order of the Eastern Star and how they do their work is beautiful. It is truly, when it's set up right and people are in their stations and you can go about opening that chapter correctly, man, it's beautiful. When you learn how to march into your chapter, you know, there's a certain way you need to be able to march in, and by the marshal, and they drop you off at each one of your stations. There's a whole thing to that. In this jurisdiction, we have a thing that's called I can't even think of the name of it. If man, my past grand matron, Sister Irma Jean Smiley, the gavel walk. That's it, the gavel walk. That's it. We have a thing called the gavel walk, right? And man, I wanted to film that so bad, and they said, you can't film this. You can't. I was like, I can't film it. I was upset at my grand matron, Sister Diane Miller. You can't film it past grand. Yeah, I was like, why? Why can't? Man, it's beautiful. If you've ever seen the gavel walk, ain't nothing like it. There's nothing like the gavel walk. And for those in this jurisdiction who have seen Sister Irma Jean Smiley do that gavel walk, when she hit that gavel, those sisters stands up. She hit it again. Those sisters turn around. She hit it again. Those sisters start marching in place. She hit it again. They start doing their thing. They start walking. They call it the gavel walk. When the faster she hit the gavel, the faster they're going. And as they're going, you can see, man, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. And that's some of the things that I enjoy as a patron and associate patron in the chapter of all these stars, because they really brings that value. They bring that dressing. They bring that dessert. They bring that which helps the lodge and grand chapter to flourish. And that's just the truth. And as I said in the beginning, a lot of grand lodges wouldn't be able to survive without that grand chapter. Plain and simple. Now, I've seen grand lodges dismiss the grand chapter. We don't need you. I've seen that. We don't want you no more. There's like a bad breakup. What? You don't want us no more? Oh my God. I've just recently, one of the state grand lodges got rid of the whole Order of the Eastern Star. Got rid of them, saying, look, we don't want to have nothing to do with you. Kicked them out of the building and everything. Now, what led to that, I don't know. But I do know that on this side, that those sisters that I've seen, that I've dealt with, they bring that extra oomph. Yeah, man. If you ever come across a sister and she's prepared in her works and you want to hold that conversation, you better be ready. And that's what I like in regards to the chapter meetings I go to. They gonna Q&A you, and at the end of the day, they always want to give you a test. At the end of the day, I'm telling you, my wife, she's a matron. At the end of her meeting, she wants to give a test too. Look, I don't know the work like you know the work, but I enjoy watching and learning. And I know some say, well, you should. You know what? Actually, you're correct, because it is the duty of the patron to know the works of the Order of the Eastern Star. It is his duty to know the works. If he doesn't know the works, he shouldn't even be in there. It's just what it is. It's according to where I'm at and what's in the OES ritual. The patron should know the works of the Order of the Eastern Star. He should know the works. He should know the Q&A. He should know how to have that conversation with the sisters of the Order of the Eastern Star. He should know that. He absolutely should. But a lot of times, a lot of brothers don't know. They just go and just sit. They don't add nothing to the meetings. And then I've seen some brothers get upset at the sister because the sisters don't want to do what the brothers say do. I'm going to take the charter. You can't take no charter from no sister of the Order of the Eastern Star. That charter was given to them by the Grand Chapter. I'm going to take the charter and leave. You don't have that authority. Come on, brothers. I'm just saying, I've heard it. And I'm like, you can't do that. No, we don't do that here. You know. What we try to do is match the chapter with a good lodge, so they don't have those hiccups. And sometimes you hit and sometimes you miss, but that's what we try to do, because a lot of times chapters and lodges, they may not necessarily work together as they should. However, in saying all of that, there are some lodges and chapters out there, man. Once they get going, they want to put together a program or do anything. It turns out to be one of the best programs. It turns out to be the best whatever. Absolutely. Now, I would say this. I have a group of sisters in my chapter. I said, look, I'm going to Vegas. I need some sisters to come go with me. And when we get there, we got the food. We need to do these things. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Brother Hawkins, we got it. We got it. And those sisters, man, I'm telling you, when you got sisters like that will roll with you, it's done. Now, I got brothers who will come and go. I got brothers come and go. Yeah, brother, Tony, where you headed? Yeah, we're going to go. But them sisters, man, we got the food. We got this. We got that. So when you go to these conferences and you got your chapter there, man, look, worthy patron, we got you. Yes. What? Man, I'm just saying, sisters are just different. They are. And if you are a good patron, a good associate patron, and you know your works, man, you ain't got a trip. You don't. And that is some of the things that I can say in regards to some sisters that I personally know. And some are gone now. And I had the opportunity. I'm proud that I had the opportunity to be part of the chapter where Sister Anna Cook, man, she Eastern Star, Kim Crenshaw, Eastern Star, man. I'm telling you, Sister Stevens, she was one of two people who actually brought me in. And I say two people because there was a brother involved too that really got me into the lodge that I'm in now. Absolutely. So when I look at these sisters and I see the work that they have done and are doing in helping sustaining their state, man, my hat is off to you. This is dedicated to you. This is actually dedicated to you. And don't let nobody say that they don't need no sisters of the Order of the Eastern Star. All right, go sell those banquet tickets. Let me see how well that's going to turn out. All right, you don't need the sisters? All right. See, man, look, those sisters bring that type of value to the state that nobody else can bring. And I'm speaking I'm speaking from what I know, not somebody told me, because as I said, the sisters of the Order of the Eastern Star here in California, Garden Eden Grand Chapter, man, they ride or die. Hard. I'm just going to tell you, hard. And they know the works. Now, do all of them know the works? Nah. No. All of them don't. But for those who do know the work, it's not some a brother want to just run up on. Absolutely. And yeah, occasionally I get the hot head. Yeah, I get the hot head. I want to challenge a sister. I do. And then once I get embarrassed and I take a step back and I come back for some more. Absolutely. Worthy matron Angela Walker. Yeah. We can have that conversation. And then once she sets me down, I sit down, but I'm coming back. Yeah, I'm coming back. Brother, worthy patron, that's not how you do that. What? Well, show me. Show me. And you know what? They'll put you on a point quick. I can say that about my the chapters that they'll put you on a point quick, fast, in a hurry, and then they're gonna Q&A you about that point when they done. So what that means? Show me a sign. What does that point mean? What does a color mean? Man, is this a test, a quiz y'all giving me? Yeah, you in this chapter? Yeah, and if you really going to do it, you better pay some dues up in this joint. Oh man, they have me rolling at some of these chapter meetings. Greetings, Ham Fellowship number 208, Birmingham, Alabama. I salute you. Greetings to you. King Cab, how you doing? Greetings to have you from Dallas, Texas. How you holding up? Greetings. You look like you good at fly fishing. Man, look, I hadn't fished in a minute, but definitely I have enjoyed fishing. Oh, for sure. Austin, what's going on? Greetings. What's up, big dog, to you? Greeting, George, everybody who's popping in. Greetings to you, your organization, whatever organization as far as the Masons are concerned. Greetings to you. I appreciate you and thank you for coming and sharing this time with me. I know tomorrow is Mother's Day, and I know some of you are going to be taking them wives out, those sisters out. You're going to be doing your thing and having a great time. But tonight, I just want to take a little time and just dedicate this segment, this episode, to the value of the sisterhood, to those sisters who are part of the Order of the Eastern Star. I just want to take this time out to say thank you. Cookie, I just want to say thank you out of Houston. Oh yeah, to that chapter, to Women of Distinction. Thank you. Thank you to your worthy matron, associate, all of you. When I head that way, and yeah, Brother Tony is in town, we're gonna make sure he's okay. He got family here. The whole thing. I'm very appreciative because the sisters do a lot of work that doesn't go recognized. They like in the background, but you know that they have done the work. So today, I just want to say thank you to the sisters. I don't care whether you're a Grand Lodge of State, Order of the Eastern Star, whether you're international, whether you're modern free, whether you are the ancient free and accepted Masons, whether you're a PHO or a PHA. This is dedicated to you sisters, regardless of your jurisdiction, just to say thank you. Because a lot of you do a lot of work that nobody knows about. Absolutely, you do. And let me tell you why. Because there are, there was my past Grand Mastermind many years ago. Although he had a Grand Lodge secretary, he had a sister who was his secretary too. You know why? Because once the minutes was done, he gave them to their sisters, and boy, she made those minutes tight. I'm just telling you. So don't get it twisted like, oh, yeah, the Grand Secretary for the Grand Lodge. Yeah, there are some sisters who get those minutes from that Grand Secretary of that Grand Lodge. She looks at those minutes and she's like, oh, she tightens them up, make sure the periods and the commas, and it's a wrap. This is what I personally have seen. I'm like, oh my God, the sisters they get them. They get those minutes, man. They make them look perfect. So when the Grand Secretary turns the minutes over and they get to reading them at the next session, and the Grand Secretary got his chest all out, trust me, that was a sister behind that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You can say, well, there was a sister behind it. Plain and simple. So don't think that the brothers are just out shining and got the square and compass on. There's a sister behind that. Absolutely. So I'm just here to say those sisters who have who have showed what it is to be a Eastern Star, and you have sit on those points, and you are guided through the labyrinth as you have gone to each point, given that sign, given that grip. What I just want to say thank you, because without you, a lot of these lodges, they wouldn't survive. Nah, They wouldn't survive at all. Nope. A lot of these Grand Lodges, I said it earlier, no. The sisters have a way about, at session and you need to do so, you need to do a fundraiser at grand session, give it to the sisters. Plain and simple. You need to do a fundraiser at grand session, give it to the sisters. Yeah, they're going to get it done. We was at grand session one time and the sisters put on the auction. Man, they had a bidding for a jacket, an OES jacket. Man, before you know it, they had sold that jacket for almost $400. And all I can do was shake my head. Now I did put in my bid, but for $400, them sisters made $400 on that raffle for that jacket. That was just one thing. Then they had the basket giveaway. You know, they got the basket with all the goodies in there, you know, and then they want to raffle that off. I'm just saying, the sisters do some things that the brothers just ain't able to do. We just ain't, that ain't our forte. It's just not. You may own the buildings that the sisters may meet in, but I'm guaranteeing you that they're contributing to the mortgage, they're contributing to the cleanliness, they're contributing to whatever is going on. Man, they're adding value to it. But some of us don't want to see the value that the sister brings because they should be behind us, right? They should be behind. They shouldn't be on the side of us. They should be behind us. Those sisters should be right there on the side of you, brothers. Absolutely, they should. Plain and simple. There's nothing you can say about it. If you have not gone to an Eastern Star chapter meeting, and you as a brother have not sat on any of those points or any of those seats, I've done it, you know. And to be tested by those sisters, man, they different. They can be mean now. Let's not get it twisted. The sisters can be mean. Absolutely, the sisters can be mean. Yeah, they can. I've run into some mean sisters. Mean that, you know, they looking at you like, oh, you don't know this? No, I don't know this. Oh, so you didn't do your study? You hadn't done your reading? No, but you in the chapter. Yeah, so if you're in here, you're supposed to know my work. Brother, that's unacceptable. I'm like, what? No, that's unacceptable. Absolutely, that is unacceptable. I'm gonna have to call my son back. He's probably calling me and say, tell mom happy Mother's Day. I'm gonna give him a call right back. So this is where we at. I hope that you've enjoyed this. Look, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button. Do that for me. I certainly appreciate it. And look, this year has been a roller coaster ride year, but we're still on it. And I'm thankful for those of you who have continued to follow, continue to do that. Continue to follow. Hey, and if you got something that you may feel that's going to enhance, that you may want to have a discussion about, we're open. That's the difference. Here on this particular station, this YT channel, when we talk about Masons, Eastern Stars, man, we're not limited to what we can talk about. We're not. So you liable to hear me talk about any and everything. Because what we want to do for those who are interested in maybe becoming an Eastern Star, we want to give you, I want to give it to you. I don't want to sugarcoat nothing to you. And then you come into the chapter and you be like, man, I didn't have to join this to do this. I don't want you to become a Mason and say, man, I didn't have to join this to do this. I could have partied by myself. I could have drank with some other people. I could have saved my money. No, I want you who may be interested in becoming an Eastern Star, who may be interested in becoming a Mason. I want you to get everything you came to get out of the organization. And in return, I want you to leave something, to put something in the deposit box. I want you to be able to say, I was an Eastern Star and I'm older now, but man, when I was there, I had a ball. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what they offered, what we did. I was a Mason, but now I'm of age and I can't go to my meeting. But man, when I was there, I had a ball. And the young man that comes into the lodge, go see about that old Mason who can't come now. Give him a call and say, hey, bro, I'm calling to check up on you. Give that sister who's been there for 50 years, but she can't make it now. She's in a wheelchair. Call her up and say, sister, look, I'm just thinking about you. You know, I know you're not able to come out to the meetings. As a matter of fact, I'm coming by to see you tomorrow. I'll bring you some need. I'll bring you something. Remember those sisters, man. You know, I mean, it's cool. I mean, granted, you know, you may not see sister Smith anymore because Sister Smith is older now. Call her up. When Sister Smith was young and she was going to all the meetings, you didn't think that she was ever going to stop coming because she was there all the time. Now she ain't there. Call her up. Let's remember our sisters, those old sisters who can't come no more. Tell those young sisters to go see about them sisters, those widows. See about the widows. Go see about them sisters and those friends, those daughters. See about them. That's what you're supposed to be all about. That true sisterhood. Yeah, occasionally you're going to bump heads and it's okay. But don't bump heads and you be in such anger that you can't talk to your sister. Don't do that to yourself. If you really enjoy the Order of the Eastern Star, if you really enjoy the craft, if that's what you enjoy, don't be such an ass to you can't say, hey, look, I'm sorry. You know, I messed up. You know, and don't speak out of anger. If you're mad at the sister and you don't really want to have nothing to say to her, don't speak out of anger. Don't do that to your sister. I know she gets on your nerve. I know. Yeah, she's not coming to the chapter meetings. I get it. And you have called her and you have told her, look, we got chapter meetings. Here's some things we're doing. And she's not responding. And now she comes to the meeting 3 months later after you tried to get with her. And you're like, well, damn, I tried to call her. What's going on? And then she don't really explain what's happening. Now you really don't want to have nothing to do with her. I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand it. All I'm saying is show some compassion, sisters. Just a little bit. Just, you know, just show a little compassion. It's all right. You know, because sometimes, you know, sister gets beside themselves. You know, they want to go into a shell. I'm just telling you, man, woof, you know, they do that. But show some compassion to that sister. Show some compassion to that widow. Show some compassion to that friend, to that daughter. Just a little bit to say, I understand. But if I call you, please just pick up the phone and say, I can't talk right now, but I'm okay. Pick up the phone and say, I'm going through some things right now. I need somebody to talk to. There are some sisters out there, man. If you would just call them, they would just listen. Because they're those type of sisters who want to see you be successful in everything you do. And I've seen some. I know some. And then let's just face it, there's some sisters out there who will quit on you in a minute. They don't give a hoot. They will quit on you. I'm just being honest. There are some sisters, you ask them to do something and they give you all the grooves that you can. Yeah, I got it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I got it. And man, when time comes, hey, sister, what happened? Well, why you didn't tell me that you couldn't do it? I'm just saying. I get it. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But to you sisters who stand strong, to you sisters who stand on those points, to you sisters who actually understand how to walk that labyrinth, to you sisters who have put up with the BS of other sisters, you have vouched for them. You have gone to their house. You have took these kids to school. You have really gone out your way. You have given them gas money when they didn't have any. To you, sisters, thank you. Thank you to you, sisters, that understand what it is to be a member of the Order of the Eastern Star. Thank you to those sisters who really goes beyond the point and do the job. Thank you, sisters of the Order of the Eastern Star. I appreciate you helping Hosea Lodge. I appreciate you helping Aries Lodge. I appreciate you helping True Kinsman. I just want to say thank you, because The stuff you do, you don't have to do it. It's not even a requirement that you do, but because you want to see your brothers thrive, because you want to see those brothers be, you do. You set the table. You make sure the food is right. You make sure that the lodge is, you do your thing. And I'm just here to say thank you. Absolutely. So if you didn't get anything else out of this tonight, this episode, just talk to a sister of the Order of the Eastern Star. One who's been around, one who can break those points down to you and explain them in such a way to make you go, what? That sister. That one who can walk the labyrinth. That sister. You know, the one that can guide you and tell you how you got to position yourself in such a way to when you start walking that labyrinth, you're going to be moving in such a way it's going to be smooth. That sister. Those are the type of sisters that I like having conversation with, that can really bring in the minor touches that's going to help enhance you as a Mason. Yeah, they can do it. Because let me tell you this in case nobody never told you. Each one of those points have a password that is related to the brotherhood. Each one of them. They may not know it, but they may know it now, but they do. Each point is relatable to each of the first 3 degrees in Masonry. Each one of these points. Ruth, Esther, Martha, I'm just saying each one of these points is relatable to the first 3 degrees in Masonry. And it's a fact. So look, until next time, I hope that you've gotten some out of this. What's up, Art? I hope everything is going well with you. Also, really appreciate that hat, bruh. Man, look, you've been here a long time, Art, man. It was an honor to get it over to you. I hope that you enjoyed wearing it. I'm going to probably end up giving another cap away next month. Hey, I don't mind doing that. Though there have been a lot of individuals come this way and really hung tight. I mean, and really have added value to this channel. And I just want to say thank you. And anybody is welcome to be on this platform. Let me say that again. Whether we can agree to disagree on some things, any person who's interested in being a Mason or an Eastern Star, or you just got questions, anyone is welcome to be on this panel. We're not that channel that says, well, only the Masons or only the Eastern Stars. No, a lot of people got questions and they really want to get some, they don't want you to bullshit them. They want to just just be honest with them. And that's what we try to do. And that's what we want to do for those who stop by and give us that 15, 20 minutes. Those who come through and you're on live with us. We want to be able to have those tangible conversations with you about the Eastern Star and the Freemasons. Absolutely. That's what we want to do for you. That's what we enjoy. Spirit of Justice. What's going on with you? What? Spirit of Justice, do I owe you a cap? Don't mess with me like that, Spirit of Justice. Come on now. Do I owe you a cap? Because I've sent out a few caps. If I owe you a cap, Spirit of Justice, when I'm done, inbox me. When I'm done, I got to be able to get in contact with you and I'll get you a cap. Spirit of Justice, don't be lying to me, man. Don't do that to me. If I owe you a cap, I'll get it to you. All right. But don't play with my emotions. Real. Don't do that to me. The email is jgjafam@yahoo.com. That is the email. King Cab, if you could put my email in there, I certainly would appreciate it. And Spirit of Justice, hit me up, man. And if I owe you the cap, I'll get it to you. All right. That's on me. I'm on my way to be a Freemason. Congratulations. Congratulations to you. Let me tell you, since you're on your way to be a Freemason, enjoy the craft. Don't let no one tell you who and whom you can't talk to when you have reached the pinnacle of a master mason. Enjoy the craft. You're going to meet people from a variety of different grand lodges, man. Show them some decency. Show them some respect. Because your grand lodge may or may not have mutual recognition with that particular grand lodge or that person, man, show that brother some love. Grip him up and say, brother, hey, I may not be able to talk with you Masonically, but I know you to be a Mason because you showed me your membership card to your jurisdiction. You was able to Q&A. We was able to do that. So I just want to say, hey, travel light, brother, be safe on your journey. Do that. Show some dignity and respect, man. It doesn't, you never know. You just never know when you may have to come back and cross that bridge. But if you're going to be one of them brothers that when you join your jurisdiction and you think that this is it, oh, I'm in it. Nah, man, Masonry is bigger than where you're going to be at, brother. Trust me, it's bigger than that. For real, though. So the email is in there. So if I owe you the cap, Spirit of Justice, send me your address, man. And don't be messing with me like that. I'll make sure I get you the cap. That's real. Let's see who. Alex, what's going on, Alex Chamber? Appreciate you coming in, man. Absolutely. Appreciate you. So if anyone who's made that journey to be a Mason, and I told you I was going to send you a token, you got to send me your address. You got to really kind of stay on me because I get busy and it goes that way. I'm going to be honest with you. Man, I'm telling you, I get. Whoop. So if I told you I was going to do something and I haven't done it, and you have my email and you have my phone number, you can text me and tell me, hey, Brother Tony, you said you're going to send that token, bro. There's nothing wrong with it. You're not bugging me. You're just reminding me of something I said I was going to do. And if I'm going to be a person about my word, then I should do it, right? We need to do a show. That's on you, King Cap. I'm going to leave that up to you. I'm going to leave that up to you. Absolutely. I'm going to leave it up to you. But you know what, though? King Cap, I'm getting ready to leave the country. I can't tell you where I'm going on here, but I will call you and tell you where I'm going. I think I've already done that. But yes, after June, I'm out of here for a while. And then when the next time you see me do a show, it's going to be in another. I'm telling you, man, this is what I enjoy about Masonry. Man, look, I hop on a plane in a minute and go to somebody's session across the waters. That's what I enjoy. So when people say, I've heard people, you can't travel outside the country, don't nobody reckon. Man, I'll be laughing because I'm poof. I'm gone. I like it. I love it. That's what I enjoy. You know, and I think that other brothers should do the same. I'm serious. You brothers who are Masons, man, y'all should be like going to other countries. Y'all should be going to other states and cities outside of your own Grand Lodge and really fellowship, man. I mean, really get that work in and see how other brothers open and close their lodge and really begin to see the real fellowship of Masons, including the Eastern Stars. I'm just saying, that's why I'm here. Because I enjoy that. Now I don't know about you, but that's why I am here. I enjoy meeting brothers from different backgrounds and going to the meetings and watching them do their work. Absolutely. I enjoy it. I've been to a Mexican lodge and the way they do it in their language, but you can kind of follow along. And when their initiation is popping, man, it's a little intense. You know, their initiation is a little intense. You know, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it, and you should too. That's would you say traveling foreign countries and receive master wages? Man, if you haven't done it, you're just talking. If you haven't done it, you're just talking. If you haven't left your state and went to another state for their grand session beyond your own jurisdiction, beyond that, you just talking. You haven't really done any work. You haven't really put your foot on the ground to say, I'm going to such and such state. I want to see how they do their work. And I want to just fellowship. It ain't got to be a big thing. It can be a small little thing. So more be, brother. Live 721 Los Angeles, California. What's up, Rich? How you doing? Greetings to you. Greetings. Glad to have you in tonight. We was talking about the Order of the Eastern Star, but you know, in their value and what they bring to the brothers. So, but yeah, we're about to shut it down in a couple of more minutes. I'm glad to have you on, Rich, out of Los Angeles. That's cool. I was up in LA, Linwood. You know, I know Linwood isn't Los Angeles. I got it, but I was up there at my chapter meeting not long ago. So, hey, big shout out to you. Let's see what else we got popping up. Thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. If I've missed anybody in here tonight, you know what? I'm sorry. I'll have to catch you in the next one. But if I called you out, man, look, always when you pop in here and you are a Mason or Eastern Star, send your chapter a shout out. Send your lodge a shout out, man. This is what we do. I can't talk about nobody else. This is what we do. Because I believe that a person who's a member of the Freemasons, period, who's a member of the Order of the Eastern Star, period, they should enjoy the order and the craft. Otherwise, why are you here? If you can enjoy it, why are you actually here? Just saying, this is what I enjoy. I enjoy the craft. I enjoy when I go see my sisters in Houston when I'm passing through, or when I'm in Mississippi with my family and they're members of the order in the craft. When I'm over in ATL is in the house. When I'm over in the ATL, when I can get to these different places, man, and fellowship, that's the cream of the crop. That's it. You know, I'm going to say this here for me. I don't necessarily have to come to your lodge meeting to enjoy the fellowship. I don't have to do that. I believe that the fellowship of true masonry is outside of the lodge, where you can sit down and smoke yourself a stogie. Maybe you can have some brown and you can kick back and you can enjoy each other's company as you expound on life's journey. That's to me, that's it. So look, I'm gonna get ready to shut it down, man. But I think pretty soon I got some other people who wants to come on. And I say that because they've reached out to me, Brother Tony, I want to do something with you. Like King is one of them. And there's a few others. So look, until next time, I appreciate you. Hit me up through my email. And Spirit of Justice, if I owe you the cap, I'll get you the cap. All right. I'll make sure I get you the cap sooner than later. I'll do that. All right. Until next time, peace and be well. Whatever you do, stay out the bushes. Keep your light on. I am not your study guide. I'm just here to help you study. Peace and be well, everyone. Thank you.